Why do we hiccup? Charles Osborne started to hiccup in 1922 after a hoard fell on top of him. He wasn't relieved until 68 years after the fact and is currently recorded by Guinness as the world record holder for hiccup lifespan. In the interim, Florida adolescent Jennifer Mee may hold the record for the most regular hiccups, 50 times each moment for over about a month in 2007. So what causes hiccups? Specialists bring up that a series of hiccups regularly follows from boosts that stretch the stomach, such as gulping air or too fast eating or drinking. Others partner hiccups with extreme feelings or reaction to them, snickering, crying, tension, and fervor. We should see what happens when we hiccup. It starts with a compulsory spasm or unexpected compression of the stomach, the huge vault-molded muscle beneath our lungs that we use to breathe in air. This is followed very quickly by the unexpected conclusion of the vocal harmonies and the opening between them, which is known as the glottis. The development of the stomach starts an abrupt admission of air, yet the conclusion of the vocal harmonies prevents it from entering the breathe line and arriving at the lungs. It likewise makes the trademark sound, hic. Until now, there is no known capacity for hiccups. They don't appear to give any medical or physiological benefit. Why start to breathe in the air just to unexpectedly prevent it from really entering the lungs? Anatomical designs, or physiological components, with no evident reason present difficulties to developmental scholars. Do such constructions serve some secret capacity that hasn't yet been found? Or on the other hand, would they say they are relics of our developmental past, having once filled some significant need just to continue into the present as minimal leftovers? One thought is that hiccups started a long time before the presence of people. The lung is thought to have advanced as construction to permit early fish, a significant number of which lived in warm, stale water with little oxygen, to exploit the plentiful oxygen noticeable all around overhead. At the point when relatives of these creatures later moved on to land, they moved from gill-based ventilation to air-breathing with lungs. That is like the substantially more quick changes looked at by frogs today as they progress from fledglings with gills to grown-ups with lungs. This theory recommends that the hiccup is a relic of the antiquated progress from water to land. An inward breath that could move water over gills followed by a fast conclusion of the glottis keeping water from entering the lungs. That is upheld by proof which recommends that the neural designing engaged with producing a hiccup is practically indistinguishable from that liable for breath in creatures of land and water. Another gathering of researchers accepts that the reflex is held in us today since it really gives a significant benefit. They bring up that genuine hiccups are discovered distinctly in warm-blooded creatures and that they're not held in birds, reptiles, turtles, or some other solely air-breathing creatures. Further, hiccups show up in human children sometime before birth and are undeniably more normal in babies than grown-ups. Their clarification for this includes the interestingly mammalian movement of nursing. The antiquated hiccup reflex may have been adjusted by warm-blooded creatures to help eliminate air from the stomach as such a celebrated burp. The unexpected development of the stomach would raise air from the stomach, while a conclusion of the glottis would keep milk from entering the lungs. Here and there, an episode of hiccups will thuggin on, and we attempt home cures, tasting ceaselessly from a glass of cold water, holding one's breath, a significant piece of nectar or peanut butter, breathing into a paper pack, or being abruptly terrified. Lamentably, researchers presently can't seem to check that any one fix works preferable or all the more reliably